Gallery. This is Adventurings of Superman Annual number 5. This is part of the Blood Ties crossover. I hate this crossover, it is piss. The plot of Blood Ties is that some aliens, they have come to Earth and started eating people. And to stop it from ever being a fun story, every part of the crossover is tasked with introducing boring new characters who almost unanimously never appeared again. This one, it boasts one of the few characters who does actually manage to find some life after the crossover. She has a few more appearances in Superboy stories, and she briefly joins Young Justice. This is by Kesel and Wallace Grummett, Superboy's creators, so we've got everything we need for an actually half-decent Blood Ties tie-in, and I still just didn't like it. This here is recapping an earlier chapter. Radiator, he was there, and this was the new character they introduced in that one. He is called Loser Cannon, and again, making my point seem invalid, this guy actually appears a few more times too. He was created by Jeff Nobles. He doesn't have many more appearances, but it's pretty impressive when any of these Blood Ties characters have any further use. I do like that, as expected from this creative team, they try to insert some through line or some consistency with this shitty event. We have got Loser Cannon for that. And now here we have got the aliens, the shape-shifty xenomorphs. And when you have got baddies who are spine-devouring shape-shifty aliens, you didn't want or need to fucking develop their backstory or their interpersonal relationships. These boring baddies, they buy a crack house and then they eat the real estate agents. If you want a good Superman story with xenomorphs, go and read Superman vs. Predator by Stan Jurgensen and Kelvin Newman. These aliens, they should be simple horror aliens, not boring mastermind schemers. Superboy, he is in hospital after stopping a big bomb from doing an explosion and destroying the Metro Centre, and he flirts around with the nurse. Then we have got an advert for Aztec as Batman 500. I didn't have much Batman, but I might have this issue. And now that I definitely have got a Batman with Aztec as Batman, the problem is a lot of them are very similar covers, just showing Batman in his armour. So then Superboy is approached by the hardened lady cop Maggie Simpsons, and he's told to investigate the Xenomorph murders. And then Superboy's agent, Jeff Leach, and his bimbo daughter, they show up, and they were dropped from his book pretty early on, if I recall. Advert here for Adventurings of Superman 505. I've got that one, it is a good issue. This stuff here with Superboy is good. Like, if there is a good issue of Blood Ties, it's probably this one, because there is a lot of it that has got now to do with Blood Ties. Then we are introduced to our new character, or characters. We have got Sparky and her uncle. And her uncle can randomly transform into a big bear, and he never appears again. The Xenomorphs, they open up the crack house as a soup kitchen to lure in homeless people that they can eat. A lot of adverts for comics I have in this one. And there's another one. This is a great cover. I would love it as a poster. We've got like all the replacement Supermen and Superman in his black suit, and then just Green Lanterns as well. So Superboy is flying around the Metro Centre looking for clues to the whereabouts of the alien hunters. A little comedy sequence of Superboy going undercover in a bar. And then we have got more boring alien rubbish. And then an advert for this crossover. New heroes, new villains, new blood, who almost all will never appear again. Advert for Gareth Ellis's rubbish run on Gargoyle. Then an inquisitive reporter starts poking around the alien's fake soup kitchen, and she gets caught. And a crossover with creepy looking aliens like this. It shouldn't be as boring as it is. Sparky and her uncle, they are hunting the xenomorphs, and they stumble under the reporter being attacked, and they save her. And the reporter phones up the police so that Superboy can eventually get involved. The Uncle Bear, he fights the alien, and they try to keep Sparky's powers hidden. Like it's a mystery that they're gonna eventually pay off. Except it's already on the cover. She has got electric powers. So Superboy flies in to save them and defeat the alien. And really, I have so little enthusiasm for this crossover. It's tedious and boring. So Superboy, he fights the xenomorph, and then they crash into the building and all the other aliens show up. You will be very bored if you get this far into the comic. I love Superboy, but I really, really hate Blood Ties. It's fucking terrible. So Sparky's powers activate, and now she can fly off and help Superboy fight the boring villains. There she is. And now together, Superboy and Sparky, they are able to beat these aliens. And Sparky, she has got the same problem that nearly all these Blood Ties characters have. We waste a whole issue setting her up and introducing her, but we never quite introduce any reason to care about this character. She doesn't have unique powers. She doesn't have much backstory here. She doesn't have a personality. She could, just as easily, never have appeared again like all the other Blood Ties characters. We have got a good Superboy moment though, where he has to hold up the building to stop it from collapsing so that everyone can get out in time. And they save all the homeless people, and the xenomorphs just run away so that they didn't get defeated too early into the crossover like they do in nearly every part of this story. And then we end with Sparky kissing Superboy. And even though the story is definitively finished now, we still have 5 more pages of trying to make Sparky seem like she has proper backstory and motivation, and she just doesn't. I only give her extra leniency because she does appear again. But everything in this, it is as flat as any other Blood Ties part. They introduced all these pointless new characters who rightfully mostly didn't appear again. And we end teasing the boring xenomorphs and their boring shit some more. God, I really hate Blood Ties. I think Blood Ties is a rotten apple. Like, there is nothing good about it. You take a good character and a good creative team, and they still struggle to shine for most of the issue. Weirdly, in the same year, Marvel did this whole idea too, introducing new characters in their annuals. And they weren't that successful at it either, but they did introduce about 3 times as many characters who continued to appear, and unlike DC, their introductions were sometimes done well. I didn't recommend any part of Blood Ties. Even this, which is probably the best part, I didn't recommend it. I properly hate this crossover. It is shit. So I rate this 7 thumbs up.